In 1986, a second residence for men was opened in this beautiful old house located at 1400 Shepherd Avenue East in Willowdale. That same year, the Ontario government, Ministry of Health, gave Renascent operating monies, so there is no cost whatsoever for treatment. Ed, how does a man who thinks he has a problem get to come into Renascent treatment centers?
We get referrals from many different places. We get referrals from companies, from employees assistance programs. People are referred to us by their doctors, by their family, friends, anyone who has heard about Renascent treatment centers. We have a TV commercial that's aired on the TV quite frequently, and people get our phone number from there and they call in. They don't have to be referred to us by anyone in particular. If they know of us and they have the phone number, they can give us a call, and we'll set up an appointment for them to come in for a pre-admission interview and sit down and talk to one of our counselors.
Gord, is it different from other treatment programs? What do you do here specifically, and is it different from others?
The difference, the basic difference, I believe, is that we're a non-medical, non-clinical treatment program. Our whole philosophy of treatment here is a 12-step program. Okay, it's a philosophy that I've used, and it's worked for me.
Any program that has steps in it, obviously you have to start at the beginning, and the first step of your program refers to the fact that an alcoholic must acknowledge that in fact they are an alcoholic and that they're powerless over the problem and they need help. What are some of the other characteristics of this step program, and how do you use it to help the guests here?
We've found that in the first step, for instance, the denial part of it in some people is very strong, and they go through 5 emotional levels, or we go through 5 emotional levels to break that down. At first there's the denial, and quite often there's the bargaining, you know. Then there's the anger, and they'll go through a period of depression, and eventually and hopefully they come to acceptance. And basically that's the components of the first step. And from there, they have to kind of evaluate or reevaluate their life. Many times they haven't really taken a look at themselves. They've always pointed the finger outward. And we encourage them and teach them to take a good, honest, to be underlined, look at themselves. And then they come to grips with the fact that they have personality defects that they have to address. And we help them along those lines. We don't necessarily take them through the whole series of the steps, but in some cases they're able to get through the first 3 steps anyway, which is a very good beginning to recovery.
So you give them life skills, and you help them to change, and that helps them in their recovery. Do you notice a dramatic change?
We see a great deal of change in the fellows who come in here. As a matter of fact, sometimes we always thought it'd be nice if we could have a Polaroid camera and take a picture of somebody when he was coming in, and take another picture when he was going out, and see the change in people and how they change. We have some fellows come in here and they're kicking and scratching, and they don't really want to be here because they don't understand what it's all about. And usually within 10 to 12 days, we can see a change in that attitude. We can see that they understand that there is something here that they want. Some fellas it takes a little bit longer, and some fellas come to the realization earlier that they have to do things, and that maybe we have the answers here, and if they keep an open mind and listen, that they might learn something.